Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to teach you how to do one of the hottest trends in celebrity hair, the polished beachy wave. Now first, let's start with the tools you're going to need to achieve this look. The tools. You're going to need a comb, a couple clips, of course, a hot curling iron. I suggest about a 1-inch barrel to achieve this look, and of course product. If you have fine hair or hair that doesn't hold curl very well, I highly recommend spraying in a working hairspray before you even get started. That way it's going to give you more longevity for your curl and more hold. I like the Aquage working spray. It works really well, it combs through, and it doesn't give you a flaking effect. And then at the very end, I'm going to use the Aquage Sea Salt Texturizing Spray to really break up the curl and give it that beachy wave. So the first step is sectioning. We're going to take a section at the temples, all the way around the head, and clip all of the stuff on top up. We're going to start with the bottom and work our way up. So after you have your top section curled, you're going to grab whichever side you prefer to start on, right or left, whichever dominant you are. We're going to grab a section to about the ear coming forward. You want to have a fairly good section. It doesn't want to be too small because, again, we want it to be more beachy and larger. So then you take your hot iron, and we're going to start in the middle and curl your hair around. You want to think about eating the iron towards the roots and towards the ends. So you see how I'm letting it slide out and then roll up, letting it slide out and then roll up. My ends are still out at this point. Now I'm just going to tap the ends so they get a slight curl and drop the iron out. So it gives it a pretty hot curl, and you can run your hands through it to help diffuse it a little bit. Now, you're going to want to do that all the way around the head, taking larger sections and working towards the back all the way around. Now, I am holding the curling iron horizontally through all of the bottom. See how it's held horizontally? Again, eating the iron towards the roots and towards the ends. Towards the ends, towards the roots. See that motion? This is going to give you all of your curl towards the center as opposed to concentrate at the bottom. If you were to roll it from the bottom going up, you're going to get all your curl at the bottom. We want it to be more evenly dispersed through the center. And then drop it up. And you're going to want to curl this all the way around the head. When you get to the back, just grab a large section. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're going for beachy, right? So, see how I just kind of bring my hair coming forward? I have a Marcel iron. As you can tell, it might be a little bit different than yours. It's a professional iron. You can buy them. That way it rotates so it just is easier on the wrist as opposed to having to spin it with your hand and drop it out. Now I'm back over here on the other side. First I'm going to start with by the ear, still holding it horizontally, eating towards the roots, eating towards the ends. Towards the roots, towards the ends. Ends are still out, as you can see. I'm just going to tap the iron on them. So you get just a little bit of a bend, nothing crazy. And then again, off on the side, horizontally. You get the picture. So you want to start with the bottom and work your way up. Now, the bottom is set. Now, let's move on to the top. As you can tell, I've taken down my section from before. If you have a lot of hair, you can section this off again. If you have a lot of hair, you can pin up this middle section and work around and then go back to this at the very end. I don't have a whole ton of hair, so I'm just going to go from this point on. So now, working around the sides. As you can tell, I still have my curled hair on the bottom. I'm going to leave that alone, and I'm just going to curl this top. But now that we've gotten to the top, as opposed to going horizontally, I'm actually going to curl it going back, but still use the same technique. So you still want to eat the iron towards the roots and towards the ends. Towards the roots and towards the ends. But as you can see, I have an angle going away from the face. And then drop it out. Same thing. Now I'm going to move on a little bit towards the back. Still taking a section, leaving out my previously curled hair in the bottom. Taking a fairly large section, as you can see. And again, Start in the middle, eat towards the ends, eat towards the roots, eat towards the ends, eat towards the roots. If you have a normal iron at home compared to a Marcel, you can hold the top and twist it down like so, release and twist it. I just can't touch this end of my iron. Okay, now we have pretty curly. Now we're just going to keep moving around the head, keep curling the top. I always go away from the face. So, whatever side of the head you're on, you go away and they meet in the middle. It's pretty fast, right? The more you do this, the faster you'll get at it. Okay, now moving on to the other side. Again, I'm leaving my bangs out of this situation. I don't want them to get too curly, but I am grabbing a little bit of the long ends that I have. And again, I'm curling away from the face. So as you can see, my iron is going away from the face. And I'm going to eat, again, from the middle towards the ends and towards the roots. And dropping it out. So that way it keeps everything away from the face and gives it a little bit more of an elongated curl on the top. I'm going to keep working the top only and still working away from the face, moving towards the back. A lot of people ask me how they get to the back, but I simply just pull the hair coming forward. It's not that serious, it's the back of your head. As long as it has some sort of wave, you're going to be good. See, I'm still working away from the head. Or away from the face, sorry. One last section in the back. This one doesn't have enough curl in it, you can tell. So this one I'm actually just going to eat horizontally, as opposed to having to have any angle. But still with that same premises. So now I've got your whole head curled. So now I'm going to show you how to make it look like a beach wave. Adding the beach to the wave. Now I'm going to use my favorite all-time product, and I really haven't found anything on the market other than this. This is the Aquage Sea Salt Texturizing Spray. So I already have my hair set in its nice pretty curls, and it's very cute, and you can wear this like this every other day. But I want mine to be more bed-like, more rough around the edges. So I'm going to take my spray, I'm going to part up my hair and spray it from roots to ends. As you see how I'm letting there aerate in the curl and adding in that texture. See how it gives us more of that beach wave to it? How simple is that? Look at this side versus this side. Again, spraying up, grabbing more, letting it drop down. It gives it just the right amount of moisture and texture that it really gives you that beach wave look. Now if you have any pieces in your hair, like I noticed that this one got a little bit straight, I probably didn't pay enough attention with it with the iron, you can go back and put a bigger curl into it. Just by touching up little pieces. Or if you feel like the front got a little bit too flat, you can always touch it up as well. So, when you have it down to where you feel like you love it, and this is exactly how you wanted it, you're done. If you feel like it needs more fluffing, you can go through with your comb, hold your end, and back comb towards it. That looks like a little bit crazy, right? But when you shake it out in your hair and piece it apart, it gives it a little bit more texture and a little bit more width. So again, I'm just gathering the curl, I'm kind of pulling it out in a curl motion, sliding it back up to the top. Piecing it apart, it gives it more texture, more beach. What do you think? You like it? Do you think you can do it? I think you can do it too. Now go ahead, try it. You've got the tools, you know what to do. Remember, iron, clips, comb at the end, and the right product will give you the right results. Thank you for watching, and good luck styling. If you have any questions, please leave a comment underneath this original video post on my Facebook page. Feel free to share this with friends, and I will see you next tutorial. Thanks!